can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react to play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Get up! 180! 56, check 56. Defense wins championships, baby.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Get out! 180! Lost 56. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Trubisky will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now it's Trubisky. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Red, crunch. Check night. Red, up. Say.
Balaj. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So don't say nothing.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
180. 54. Coming to you. Coming to you. Check it out.
Here's a run with Balaj. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. out of the gun. Trubisky. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
65. Hey, ball.
They go play action. Trubisky. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Trubisky now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I got you, pop. Wide, get wide. Big edge. Check 3.
They run it with Balaj. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. I don't think you got it. Alert.
Now Balaj. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Go.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Trubisky to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Ballage with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Shift. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Got it. Check this.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. Check like 39. Check like 39. I'm coming. Hey, check like 39.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Grenade! You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check, look left. Switch.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's caught by Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
What? 380. I got it. Alert. Check light 39. Check light 39. It's going to be a... It's going to be a long... Hey, 0. Check light 39. Check light 39. Got it. Watch twins.
They snap it at one. Now Wilson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Check three.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Check 49. Showing it. He's checking. Crash. Let's go double count right here.
They'll try and run forward with Petty. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Bang. Undercrush.
On 2nd and goal. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Drop deep. Kill. 14.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Go. Hey, alert. Alert 3. Good. Banjo. Good job right there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check. I'm here all day. Hassan. 58 to Mike. Night, sweetheart. Check 9. Shoot. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down in defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 14th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Slow down. He's coming in motion. Hey. You play out. You got time right there. Hey, 0.
Throwing again. Wilson. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Look left.
Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, alert. Check 15, check 15. Gun. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
36 power.
They'll run it again with Smith. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Kill.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
At the 47-yard line.
50. Ran, 180. We got it. Check.
Toss play to Balaj. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got it.
Throwing here, Trubisky. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught by Watkins. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 21 yards away as the Bears push further out in front. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, that's caught by Howard. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Check. Go. 14. Check, hot route. Hot. Orbit. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's just me and you. Blue. Switch it.
Again, it's Balaj. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Red, up. Jim. Hey, 18. Mike's 56. Get in the weight room. Alert.
Now Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Four down. You don't know no better. Switch. Joker.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, fellas.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Friday. Know your job.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A very solid gain of 27.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. You better bring it. You better. Touch 50. Letting you know right now. Go. 58.
Wilson will throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
7 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
Off. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch Q. One fluff. Watch QB drop. Check.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Tight end right. 3 down.
From the shotgun, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Ballage, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. That's what I do. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On third down, Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now Wilson to throw again. And he finds Howard complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Got it. Hey, 39, check Mike, 39. I got it. Hey, check Mike, 39. Check Mike. One left. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Good job right there.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. Down to the 25.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Right there, 56. Watch the screen. Pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big